Hey guys, you'll be watching this in the future. At the moment, I'm in the middle of animating this new project. It's just a short little project, so I could get my skills up with my animation. Yeah, I've only done this so far. I would play it through for you.
Wow, Sick Dog Studios! Will you look at my game, mister? Ha ha, please?
Okay, so that's it. This is pretty much uh taken from an experience I had when I was living in Christchurch, and I I met up with a gaming company there, and I pitched my game to them, and I showed them it, and they basically were saying how they don't uh they don't really like retro games. They think they're not popular anymore. Um, Little did they know that there's a massive market for them at the time I pitched it, and there still is currently. So yeah, and I just thought it'd be kind of funny to do like a sort of an exaggerated version of that. You've already probably seen uh the finished product by now if you're watching this in the future. Um, so yeah, I just thought I'd show you the process of how I make it. So what I do is this is a program called Krita. Um, I was actually shown this by Christine Garner, who is a wonderful artist. Um, she does beautiful 3D art and really cool painting, like digital paintings. So yeah, and her sister also she colored the Earthworm Jim comic. So there you go. Um, anyway, yeah, this is a free tool. Anyone can use it. It's open source. So if you know a bit of coding, you can sort of code yourself what you want to. If you wanted to sort of add more stuff to it or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, let's show you the process, shall we?
Will you look
So
at my
what I do is I tend to draw. I've done a voice clip here, and I'll play the whole thing right through, so you can hear it from the start. All right, I won't stop the animation. It's
Wow, Sick Dog Studios! Will you look at my game, mister? Ha ha, please?
Hmm. Okay, hurry up.
And that one there's the jump button, and the other one's to move left, and the other one's to move right, and then you press it.
Okay, I get it.
So what do you think, mister? Huh? Huh? What do you think?
So you wanna know what I think, do ya?
Yeah!
I'll show you.
Gee, what an asshole!
so yeah. I start with drawing
Look at my
the
gesture.
mouth movements first. So here we go here. You can add a voice clip into Krita, and then you can begin to animate um, the mouth movements. So you just got to really think about it. I didn't really need to use references. I just really thought about, um, when you're saying a word, I'd say the word to myself, looking like a right nutter, and then I would start drawing the mouth movement the way I think it would look. This is kind of wacky, sort of cartoon style, which is what I'm probably best at. I will say I can't do realism to save my life, so um, this is all I can do. I'm afraid. I wish I could, but yeah. So yeah, like the mouth movements don't have to be perfect for something like this, but I try to make it look somewhat appealing. So then after I've done the mouth movements, I go back over it and I start drawing the character, and then like what you can do is you press this. I'll get rid of the foundation because that's so. Um,
We
right. So what I do is if you hit the if I go to frame two, and I hit the onion layer button. Oh, that would be on. That's the wrong layer, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Hmm. Okay. I seem to be having difficulty finding
Studio.
the
Studio.
layer. Oh yeah, there we go. There it is. Is it because I drew over it so? Oh yeah, no, there we go. It's starting to show now, I think. Okay.
Wow, sick dog.
All right. So,
Sick studio.
oh, maybe it's because I got it on. Yeah, it's because I got it on lock. I locked the layer. That's why. Derp. Okay, so if we go back to
Wow.
layer 2, will that work? No, that one. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you can see there's the onion layer there. Finally, we got there. So yeah, it goes in like a red line, which is really handy. So what you do is you just can kind of sketch just over that and see if it sort of. I'll just get out of this. All right.
Hey, mister. Hi, my name.
Okay, I've got a foundation layer as well. So what you can do is if you press that, this is like drawings I did in Photoshop ages ago. So we'll get rid of these layers. Oh, okay. For some reason that freaked me out. I thought it was on that layer, but it's not. Yeah. So it's got a few bugs in this, but hey, it's free and it's a really cool animation tool. So it hasn't really given me any trouble yet. So yeah, as you can see, I drew these little drawings, like the foundation drawings. I did them in Photoshop ages ago, and I just imported them in here because I wanted to sort of like make it so it looks kind of neat when he's talking. So, um, yeah, it's. I thought it would be quite interesting to have like the character's movement, sort of work on that first, and then like do it in kind of layers. So we'll keep the foundation on. We'll put the opacity back down to like say 20. Oh, whoops, 20. There we go. That the right. Sketch. The sketch layer is just the mouth movements. So that's yeah at the moment. But I think also it is this whole thing here too. Yeah, yeah. So there's that. It's getting a bit slow because I've got quite a few frames now. Like I did the chord movement. I did the chord. You can choose where you want to play it from. Actually, we don't have to play it from the start. We'll just play it from here, 42. And then if we hit play, it'll
Will
just
you
play
look at my
from.
game, mister? Ha ha, please.
So
Will you
as
look
you
at
can
my
see, the
game,
chord
mister? Ha ha.
moving like
Will you
of
look
the
at my game,
controller.
mister? Ha.
I did that like afterwards. So you just concentrate on what parts you want to move first, and I usually have the character's movement. So that's why I did the foundation because I thought I wanted to get that down. Like, how do I want them to move? And then after that, I was like, oh, all right, I'll start moving little bits on him. I was tempted to move his
Will
eyes
you look at my
because
game,
when they bulge like that, I was going to make them sort of retract back in
mister?
slowly. But I actually quite like the way it looks as it is.
Mister.
It really looks like he's staring him in the eyes, intense. Yeah. So yeah, and then the next part here is this. So we'd have to like, for example, if we're gonna. All right, I got really nowhere to put my mic, but hopefully you can hear me there. I don't know. Does that work? Right. Uh, so now we got to go to this, and we can do like the nose. Oh, whoops! I got an eraser on. That's not what we want. Actually, that's probably a little bit small. As you can see, it's quite a process. You just kind of play it back to see what would work. See, I don't really like the shape of that. It's a bit too round now. Like, that's ideally like the shape of his nose, but okay, we want to just use this. Get rid of that there. And then So to get it perfectly accurate, we're probably going to have to use the onion skin. So we go like this. Righto. This is a bit confusing because there's because there's a like two sets of red lines, because one's the foundation, the other one's the previous frame. So that's a bit kind of hard to sort of maneuver. So what we could do is just bring this foundation up a bit. That way we can kind of see the difference. I was foolish and I didn't put the foundation in a different color. Perhaps for future I should make the foundation at least like blue so I know what's going on. Either that or yeah, I don't think you can change the color of the onion skin color. So that's just an unfortunate coincidence. So, alright, we just need to alright, start drawing, I guess. Go to this. Do I just like, whoops. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's probably a little bit weird looking. Actually, you know what? That looks okay. The only thing I really want to change is like rounding the end of this. But apart from that, I'd say that's about perfect. That's kind of the way I want it. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So, and then the laptop will be in like in front of his nose, so I guess I don't really need this part here, but I mean, it's always good to draw it in anyway, just to get the measurements right. So I won't show you the whole frame because it'll just take too long. But yeah, this is just how I do it anyway. Okay. I'll leave a link to this in the description below where I downloaded it. Um, yeah, it's a really good tool. I don't know if it's for anything more than Windows, but you could try and find one for Mac. There's probably plenty of other tools out there. I don't know. I just find this easier to work with. So it's entirely up to you. I kind of find like Photoshop a little frustrating to work with animation. And this just seems to scratch that itch. So his eyes are a bit bung, but that's alright. He's supposed to look silly. Perhaps it's because I don't have enough black around this area. Maybe that's it. I mean, who knows? I might do like more stuff like this and live stream it, but I I don't know. It's I'm not good enough to probably concentrate on both just yet, but I would like to. But anyway, yeah, give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to keep going until the recording runs out. So, yeah.
Ha ha, please.
I'm probably going to have to move this line up a little bit. Maybe, because, yeah. It's a lot of fun. I've spent a lot of time with this tool. It's very simple. There's different brushes you can use and things, but we'll see. I'm planning on coloring it, but I don't know yet. It's going to be a lot of work. It's kind of a bit hard to see because I got a real rough drawing. There we go. His chest comes down there. And it'd be easier if I turn the frickin' onion skin off, because now I can just concentrate on the on this. There we go. Okay. Remember I said I was going to have to erase this line? Well, now's the time to do it. Okay, so I decided that I'm probably going to record me doing this whole thing now because, yeah, it might make for something more interesting, or you guys might be bored to death, who knows. But yeah, if you're still watching, regardless, thank you. So, here we go. Oh, you know what? That looks bloody awful. Okay. I don't always follow the red guidelines because um, sometimes I think I can draw the line better. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like these lines here are important. Oh, whoops! I gave him a beauty spot. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so yeah, we want to erase this nose. So we'll just come down right through here, just brutally chop the end off here. All right, now we can. The thing I like about this is the brush stays the same size as like the eraser stays the same size as the brush, so you don't have to keep chopping back and forth and changing it. I don't know, some people might like that about Photoshop, but to me that's just really annoying. So right now we're gonna use this here's the big smash mark here. Psh. No, that looks bloody awful. Right. Let's try that again. I've decided I don't like the eyes. I want him to look at what he's grabbing. So I'll edit those next. There we go. And snatch. Just grabbed onto that. Oh, now he needs to. I'm going to put the arm across here. Oh, actually, no. That's not where we want it. We want it going up here, don't we? As unrealistic and weird as it looks. He's a cartoon, so he can do whatever he wants. Doesn't have to be accurate. It's that unpredictability that made animation as good as it is. If you watch the old Betty Boop cartoons and stuff, like they just sort of, you don't know what's going to happen next, and it's just really interesting to watch. Yeah, so I don't know. I quite like the wacky cartooniness. I wish I could do realism, but I just can't. And I've come to accept that now. Like I've tried, but yeah. I mean, I'm still going to practice and stuff. Don't get me wrong there, but mm. how's that looking? We should probably check our previous frame just to see how it all fits up. Yeah, that's it. He kind of retracts his head in. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Now, because this is a sort of a layer above the mouth, we can copy it and put it as the next frame and things, and then just change the because if you look at this, it doesn't quite match up. There's a hole here from the previous sort of the mouth. That mouth doesn't fit the hole, like you know what I mean. There's yeah, you can't, these lines aren't connecting, so basically we have to change that later, but we're going to worry about this frame for now. I just thought I'd show you that. So his hair's a little bit like oops, shoot, I hate it when it does that. It's like real slow all of a sudden. It's probably because I'm recording. Why don't you go back to
Okay, mister?
oh yeah, that's alright. It's not sure I like that, but yeah. Right, to sort of erase that. Just take that down to there. Oops, I've given him a spot on his ear. Take that off. Okay. So now he's kind of calmed down a bit there. He's gone kind of like sheepish. Alright, now I just got to do the laptop. So HP. Oh, whoops. Got it on eraser. It's just E to select eraser. I think you can do that in Photoshop as well. I'm not sure, but that's the only shortcut you really need to worry about. And these other brushes are quite cool. I don't know. I haven't really experimented too much with them, but let's try that again. How's that? Does it still read the same? Yeah, it's actually better than the one I originally did for the foundation, so that's good. That's what we want. So he's snatching the controller, so we've got to draw the controller. That's very important. Yes, the studio that I went to wasn't called Sick Dog Studios. So I changed that in case, they get a, I don't know, well, not that they get a bad name, because I couldn't care. Like, they need to treat people with sort of more sort of respect. Like the way, like the lady that was there was actually really, really respectful. It was just the older man, the older gentleman. He was a bit of a bastard. Yes, yeah. So I thought, when he's when he's getting told, sort of, it's really overly exaggerated. I'm way over this now. Like, I don't really care, but I just thought I'd animate this because it's like I had all this stuff written down for what to animate or what to sort of do for a cartoon, and this is one of the ideas I pulled from my little idea bin. So yeah, I'm well over it now. But yeah, that it really pissed me off kind of at the start. It made me sort of not scared of the industry, but just like he more or less was like saying, "Oh, it's a lot of like." He's really putting the students off as well. Like he came to the campus, and he was like, um, just really sort of saying, "Oh, you guys probably don't have what it takes," and it more or less like the whole time, and he was just going on, "Oh, we did this, we did that, we did a game for Disney, this and that and the other," and then he's sort of like, "Well, any questions?" And then people were like, "Oh, you know, what happens if you like they asked all sorts of different questions and stuff like how do you like what sort of thing do you look for when you're employing someone at Sick Dog Studios, we'll say." um yeah, and they were just sort of like, "Oh, they, they just made it sound like it was way too hard." And like honestly, like people need to sort of embrace their style and their sort of,
Will you look at
they've got something
game,
to offer.
mister?
Everyone has something to offer in the entertainment industry.
Mister?
They've just got to put their mind to it.
Will you look at my
There's a
game,
market out there for
mister?
your stuff somewhere. I mean, it's pretty rich, sort of, coming from someone like me. I don't have any sort of fan base when it comes to like,
My game, mister?
I'm not a high class animator or
My
anything,
game,
but I'm just doing
mister?
this for my own leisure, and I hope people can enjoy it.
Will you look at my game, mister? Ha ha, please.
So there you go.
Will
That's
you
that
look at my
frame that we
game,
did.
mister? Ha ha, please. Will you look at my game, mister? Ha ha, please.
The mouth doesn't match up with the end parts, but I've still got to work on every frame from pretty much here onwards. So that's just an example anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want any more sort of videos of me just talking while I animate and stuff, then I'd be happy to do that. I know I haven't done any art-based videos for a while, but yeah, I can work on that. I just kind of wanted this to be more of a surprise when I'd finished it, so that's why you haven't seen like the making of it till now. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Just try and figure out how to turn off my recorder here. Yeah, there we go.